Hello, everyone. This time we are here on our second interview, and this time we'll be interviewing someone from Nuclear Blast site and from Sweden. Welcome, Chris from Majestica.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's going to be a nice talk.
Awesome, and you have Powertrain released, which is a step on the platform, basically on a journey with kind of different music, I would say. So before we dive into Majestica, can you introduce a bit yourself and band?
Yeah, so I'm Chris and I'm from Sweden. I play bass, do some singing in Majestica as well. And Majestica has been around for, I think it's 6 years now, and before that we were a band called Rainseed. But then we changed the name and everything, and we changed label, and we became a Nuclear Blast band. And so we have done 3 records. This is our third, but we call it the second record because we did a Christmas Carol, which we don't really count as a regular record. It was a concept album of a theme, so we did a little. So it's the second album, we call it.
Nice stuff. And as it is your second album, like to say, it's very bluish, correct? Like the vinyl and all is blue.
Yeah, it is blue, you're right.
Awesome, so we are not colorblind, and it's very well explained in the promo book, and I think when you ordered the album, why it's a train. But all of the objects you could choose, why do you think the train really greatly represents, and as well the color blue for the album?
The color blue, you mean?
Yeah.
I haven't actually thought about that in that way, but I think blue is a color that could represent that it's a start of something. Because if you are early in the morning, the sky could be very light blue, so you can feel like you're on the way to something, or you're having positive energy or something coming in. So I think that like the album has a lot of positive energy, so I think it's a good color.
Yeah, definitely. I like this explanation. And as well, in one sentence, train stands for?
The train stands for power.
Nice one. And then, if you listen to the album, it's very diverse. If I understood correctly, you have different riffs, speed, and so on. So how do you pace everything out? How do you make the correct balance, and how do you get into these details?
That's it's a long process. We have been working on this record for a long time. He does Sabaton, the guy that mastered our. It's Jonas Källgren. Jonas Källgren did it.
Nice.
But for the production, it's me and Tommy doing everything. So I recorded everything except the lead vocals and guitars, and then Tommy takes care of the lead vocals and the guitars.
Nice.
Yeah.
One. But how do you make sure that it has a nice balance of speed and so on? So maybe as a listener, how do you say this speed is perfect and then the song goes slower, because it's very dynamic. So how do you find a balance in dynamic?
It's a bit hard, but the thing was that when we decided on the Powertrain theme, we decided that the first song is gonna basically have the same speed as a train. Basically has, if you listen to like a train recording, we listen to a lot of train recordings on YouTube, and like how fast is this train actually going? And from there we thought that we actually had like a meeting. We were not, we were just sitting in a group and like discussing how many fast songs is it going to be, how many slower songs is it going to be, and then it's a power metal band, so we want a lot of speed. So, but we don't want every song to have the speed, so we kind of like faster, a bit slower, faster, a bit slower, even faster maybe, and then you take it down again, and then you go like this. So I think it's very important with this dynamic. So we basically just sit down and talk. Like, so if you feel like we have let's say we had 3 songs at this time, and then we were thinking, okay, so what do we need? This is fast and this is not fast. In between here we have to have this kind of songs, and in between here we have to have this kind of songs. So basically that way we work on that.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it sounds so great. Like if you listen to the band, it's like whoa, like from beginning to end. I really enjoyed it. But as well, the costumes are very nice. When you look at the songs, there is like you're in a train.
Yeah.
And then there is Battle Cry, where you are live elements. So what elements do you think are important to bring into these songs, and what maybe video elements would you say are important of bringing this out? I know you're not a videographer, but...
No, but me and Tommy actually write the whole manuscript basically for the music videos as well, and it's ideas that me or him come up with. Some videos it's been more of him, and some has been more my ideas, you know. But I think, like with Powertrain, it was Powertrain is a very unique thing, because that song was a video idea before it even was music. So we had the title of the album, Powertrain, and then we figured out, we were just sitting discussing this music video. So we had a whole music video, and then we thought, let's start writing this music, so it's gonna be like this. And from there we built the song actually, so that it was very important. And then we have our rehearsals place at an old train museum. So we actually went down to them and asked, hey, can we borrow your costumes? We're gonna do this. And can we actually borrow your train? And they said, yes, of course you can do that. But then I think it's important to band, because for Majestica it's been, some music videos have been more theatrical, and then you have Battle Cry, which is more of a live element. And it's the same thing here, that I want it to be a lot of dynamics. Everything cannot be theatrical, because it's fun to watch it, but you don't only want to watch that. You want to see how the band is live as well. You want to know what kind of people is it on stage, you know. So I think that is very important. But then also we have the story in the night, which is more everything on top. Like it's just going to be everything going on.
Yeah. And with live music, and nowadays what we also do is bring some bands into people's living room by filming to live experience, because we see there is so many people rewatching those stuff, and when you make like in a post-production like live video, it's even better, I think. I think that explains as well why Battle Cry is so successful.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. People, I mean, there's so many questions about Majestica live videos. I know. Maybe one day.
Yeah, and you're doing as well a series as well that explores the making and so on, if I'm correct, like a series is coming out.
Yeah, behind the scenes, yes. We try to record as much as possible when we are recording and things like this.
Yeah. Watch it. I'm wondering, you are here at EpicFest. It's a train, and I believe Majestica has fantasy like the Carols, but you are as well a band telling fantasy. So I'm wondering, how do you fit here in EpicFest, and how do you feel to play here?
I think, well, Majestica, you hear on the name Majestica that it's going to be epic, so we fit right from the name. But of course, EpicFest, it's power metal, and you sing about dragons maybe, or epic journeys, we could say. And Powertrain is all about a journey. Every song is its own journey basically. So I think we really fit in here, and I mean, we are inspired by bands like Stratovarius that's playing today, and
wow.
They are a huge inspiration for us, so I think we fit here very well. And then we also have our fan base, we made up our own word, which is Majestic instead of epic, so it's Majestica before epic, so Majestic.
And how did you come to the name then, Majestica? You wanted to be epic?
Yeah. Actually, the name came from, as we were Rainseed before, one of the albums is called Majestic.
Ah.
So we just took the album name because we somehow wanted to have a connection to the old band. So we thought, like, let's take one of the album names and do some variation of it.
Fair.
And then you have the Majestic thing.
Very nice. So, first time here in Denmark, or I think you've been here before?
No, it's the first show with Majestica in Denmark.
Wow, so extra special.
Yeah.
And speaking about as well Nuclear Blast, thank you so much for setting this interview up. Can you tell a few words about your label and how they help you as a band?
Yeah, I've been playing in many bands in many different levels, and I mean, we have a really good relationship with Nuclear Blast now. We have established this over 3 records now, so for us it's a very nice label. They are very supportive to us, and we have this kind of team now. But before we were, when we came in and we had to learn to know all the people and all this stuff, that you always have to do that. Yeah. But they have always been very nice. But now when we have all this team, and it's very nice thing to be in a team working on a record, helping you, and everybody is supporting you from different places. Like, we have people working with interviews in the US, and they're calling you up, but like, hey, when are you available? It's a very nice experience, and I really appreciate all the work by Nuclear Blast.
Well, they're really great. They have even like a press platform. It's so neat, actually. It's so easy for press. I think it's great. We discover great music, and we haven't heard actually before Majestica. We came to Nuclear Blast, so it's always interesting. And then we are rounding up. Let's do something random. So, what's the best backstories you have been told as a kid, or are you telling your kids?
I don't have any kids. I don't actually remember. They didn't tell me. Well, I would say it is. It's a monkey. You know, I think it is all over the world actually. Nicke Nyfiken. It's in Swedish, but I know there is an English name for the monkey. It's a monkey and a guy with a yellow hat.
Dora?
I don't remember. I don't know what it is in other language. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in all countries. It's a monkey and a guy with a yellow hat. And all these kind of stories in a book.
No, it doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Nice. For the viewers, let us know what it is.
Yeah.
So we are rounding up. Before we round up, let's do one shout out to the album. Can you maybe recap why it's such a great album to listen and how it stands out of all your other albums?
So Powertrain is it is a journey. It is an album with a lot of variation, as we spoke about earlier, and you can find the song that is more almost like heavy metal, which is slower, and then you can find songs which is a lot more dramatic and cinematic, maybe you could say, and then you have songs that is more traditional power metal, and lots of variations. And I think the album is like a journey. The songs are like when you're sitting on a train, it's fast, it's slow, it's stops at a station and things like this. So I think it's an album like a journey, and it could fit everybody that likes heavy metal, power metal, speed metal, things like this. Yeah.
So it's an album that's basically epic, and you'll be amazed at the variety, basically.
Hell yeah.
Great, thank you so much, Chris, for the interview. Thank you so much for Nuclear Blast to support. Get Majestica new album Powertrain, but get their Christmas Carol for Christmas days as well. It cannot be too early. And giving the last word to you.
Yeah, so thank you for having us here on the interview, and hope you listen to Powertrain, and cheers. Have a good time here on the festival.
Yeah, thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.